Today is the 23rd of February 2021 and we're going to talk about what's been happening in the world of crypto today. This is going to be a new series, going to try and pump a video out every single day, and we're going to talk about just what's been going on in the crypto markets and maybe beyond. So we should start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a bit of a crazy day. Yesterday the dump started, but today we've continued the downward trajectory, and yeah, people got a bit spooked in the markets today. I think we started the day around 55,000, I believe, 55, 54, and we took a big old dump all the way down to 45,000. And look, we might not be done, but why did this start? What happened? Well, we're going to try and get through this quickly, but Janet Yellen came out. She's the lead lady, really, at the Federal Reserve, coming out and saying, I don't think that Bitcoin is widely used as a transaction mechanism. It's an extremely inefficient way of conducting transactions, and the amount of energy that's consumed processing those transactions is staggering. Not a fan of crypto, not a fan of Bitcoin. Look, it's her job to defend the US dollar. She is in charge. She is not going to come out and praise Bitcoin because it is a threat to the US dollar's role as the world's global reserve currency. So, of course, she's not going to be a big fan of it, and she's going to criticize it as a medium of exchange. Funny, she didn't mention, as it says here, she did not mention its use as a store of value. But look, we already had a bit of a dump. Janet Yellen came out and said this, put some gas on the fire. We had a bit of a dump today. But then, in a turn-up of events, Bitfinex and TEVA settle with the New York's Attorney General for $18.5 million. Came out of nowhere, really. I didn't expect to see this today, and I think everyone's been kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with the TEVA situation, because we've seen it as kind of a ticking time bomb. You know, like when's the TEVA debacle going to come to light? When are we going to see the results of this explosion or implosion, maybe? And I thought, you know, no way that they're backing it 1-to-1. But Bitfinex and TEVA, they admit no wrongdoing, so that's important. But they have agreed to pay $18.5 million as part of the settlement to the New York's Attorney General's office. So that's it. The TEVA FUD is gone. So in the settlement agreement, the New York's Attorney General also acknowledged that Bitfinex's recent loan repayment to TEVA, but Bitfinex announced that it repaid TEVA the remaining loan balance of $550 and closed the credit line. So they were fined, but the TEVA FUD's kind of gone now. But they do need to provide information on a quarterly basis around their TEVA reserve. So, and I'm not sure if they're allowed to operate in New York from now on. But TEVA FUD's gone. That's a big one. That's pretty cool. And the price took a little bit of a bounce off of that. We're kind of fluctuating really around this range here, 48 to 45 at the moment. But cool news. TEVA may be legit after all. What happened with Quant? So, Quant. Today we had PoolX will be launching Quant staking. I've not personally heard of PoolX before, but look, they're offering Quant staking. It's pretty cool. It's what Coin Metro also offer. 11% APR. Pretty cool. We had Luke Riley. So Luke Riley is the head of innovation at Quant Network, and he will be speaking at the APPG blockchain for interoperability and scalability, emerging standards and policies. A lot of interesting people on this panel. We have Navin from IOTA. We have Deloitte representatives there. We have the European Commission FinTech Task Force, and Gilbert has ties with the APPG, and it's pretty cool to see Luke Riley front and center representing Quant at events like this, the big innovation center, which is pretty damn cool. Another interesting thing that happened with Quant today is this bad boy right here. Let's see if we can get this up. Maybe it will be a bit too hard to find. There we have it. So 6 Digital Exchange followed both Quant and Gilbert today, and we can see here we are building the world's leading exchange for digital assets where professionals can access, transfer and store value. Now 6 Exchange are a big deal. They are working with central banks, they're working with the big boys, they're building a regulated digital asset exchange, and to see them working with Quant, well, not working with Quant, but they are following, and we've had a lot of research that kind of that leads to this. Gilbert has said many times that they've been speaking and meeting the guys at 6 Digital Exchange. So Pretty cool. And as you can see here, these are the big boys. So they've been working on project Helvetica, settling tokenized assets in central bank money, and recently joining forces with Swisscom and Signum to build a institutional digital asset gateway. So pretty cool. Maybe nothing. Maybe they just really like Quant and wanted to follow, but to follow Quant and Gilbert on the same day, keep an eye here, because this could be very, very interesting. Some nice things happening with Quant there. Maybe a bit under the hood, but very interesting. Nice tweet here from Michael Saylor. So he went on Squawk Box today, CNBC Squawk Box. He said he was speaking with Matey here. I'm not actually quite sure his name, but talking about Bitcoin and its future, and how one day Michael Saylor sees 7 to 8 billion people having digital gold on their phone. So I'm going to insert the clip right here.
Through your notes, and I've thought about it a lot, and I still found things the points that you made that I went, wow. I went, wow, when I read it, because I hadn't really considered it. So there's 100 million holders now. You figure it won't be long, theoretically, until there's 1 billion holders, and the global nature of who they would be is what hit me, because everybody's going to have a phone eventually. It doesn't matter where you are. You're going to have a phone, probably. You can afford that in every country of the world, most people. So you could have people saving where they had no other way to save. You could have people in countries where the inflation rate is 1,000% on their currencies, and they could be saving on their phone using Bitcoin, and there could be 1 billion hodlers. At some point. And I hadn't even considered how powerful that is for people that don't have access to that now.
Look, the story here that's not being told is that Bitcoin is egalitarian progressive technology. We're going to see a day when 7 to 8 billion people have a bar of digital gold on their phone, and they're using it to store their life savings with it. Google took 22 years to become $1 trillion network. You know, Amazon took 24 years, Apple took 42 years, Microsoft took 44 years. Bitcoin became $1 trillion digital monetary network in 12 years. And so the world needs this thing. And I think you can expect that we'll have 1 billion people storing their value, in essence, a savings account on a mobile device within 5 years. And they're going to want to use something like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the dominant digital monetary network.
So it's pretty cool to see Michael Saylor pointing out that Bitcoin reached $1 trillion. The asset reached $1 trillion quicker than Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and they are all biggest companies in the world. See Bitcoin outperform them is pretty striking, pretty important. So to hear people saying that Bitcoin's done after this recent dump, it's need to look at the bigger picture. Bitcoin's a big deal. Michael Saylor understands it, and so does Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey announced today that Square announces that they bought an additional $170 million worth of Bitcoin. They'd purchased 3,318 of them. So they recently announced that they'd bought $50 million worth of Bitcoin. Now they have over 230 million. That's pretty cool. Big boys are getting in. We had Elon Musk and Tesla put in 1.5 billion of their treasury balance sheet into Bitcoin. So a lot of the big guys, a lot of the forward-thinking guys, you know, Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, they're all moving into Bitcoin. It's only a matter of time before others do as well, I believe. The Nasdaq took a bit of a hit today, erased the gains of 2021, but it was short-lived. We did, you know, and it's amazing to see that the tech shares are being hammered 3.6% when Bitcoin went down 17%, and we barely better than I did, really. But they bounced back after Jerome Powell eased concerns to do with interest rates rising. So a little bit of news there on the text, but not really about Hathor or Hathor, whatever you want to say. Announced their roadmap for 2021, and there's a lot of cool stuff in there to do with nano contracts and DeFi integration, NFTs, and cross-chain interoperability, NFT support, whole bunch of stuff. And Hathor's one of the projects that I'm most excited about this year. and to see a roadmap coming out. There's a lot they're going to be working on this year. So there's a Medium article. I'll link it below. But yeah, go check it out. Hathor's definitely a project you should be delving into. I am, and yeah, we've been covering it on my channel at Dread Bongo. But yeah, give Hathor a little look, and if you're interested to hear more, their CEO Jan Martins was on Cointelegraph's YouTube AMA channel, and talking about Hathor and the technology and developments, and talking about their recent partnership with Hopper, I think it is. Who are backed by Binance. So go check that out. The video it's a good listen. It's a very good listen. Seems like a very smart guy. And last but not least, we have Oraichain, which is another project that I've been looking into lately, and a project that I'm very excited about. AI powered oracles for a new generation of smart contracts and dApps. Their mainnet is tomorrow. 1 day to go until their mainnet, and they recently, 3 hours ago, out this tweet about mainnet bootstrapping 100+ AI APIs deployment, and they put this Medium article detailing this. The deployment of 100+ AI APIs is the first step to a fully functioning AI marketplace. You will be able to try some generative APIs to create not only music but also a variety of arts like pictures and poetry. Moreover, several AI APIs for DeFi applications are also available, such as price and ROI prediction. Very cool project. I highly recommend people checking out Oraichain. It's something that I've been delving into a lot lately. Love reading up on it. There's some very cool stuff with AI and machine learning. Definitely go check them out. But that's mainly what happened today. We had a bit of an eventful day. It was kind of crazy waking up to the Bitcoin to the Bitcoin news and then seeing the markets. We had a lot of red, as you could see, but this was a lot red earlier. We kind of had a little bounce since. But that's it. That's it for the 23rd of February 2021. I'll be back tomorrow with another one, and take it easy.